Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. The graduates are en route, Bennington High School, on their way to the stadium at this time. Just a reminder, umbrellas are allowed, so if you do need to make a quick trip to the vehicle to grab one, please do so. Water is also allowed at this time. And just one reminder, at the end of the ceremony, you will be dismissed by section, so please remain seated once the graduates have exited the building. About 5 minutes before we thank you once again for your cooperation and efforts in helping us pull this off, and we hope you enjoy the morning.
Good morning. My name is Matt Blumenkamp, and I am the high school principal here at Bennington. First of all, students, graduates, make sure you are in the right seat. If you want to check underneath your seat to make sure that is your name, that way we ensure that you get the proper diploma when we go through the line here in just a little bit. At this time, I'd like everybody to stand for the playing of the National Anthem. Graduates, you can be seated. Good morning, and what a nice morning it is. I would like to extend a warm welcome to parents, families, and friends of graduates, the Board of Education, administration, teachers and support staff of Bennington Public Schools, alumni, and all of you that are watching via YouTube stream, and to finally, the graduates themselves. Graduates, we have a camera up in the crow's nest for the first time as we're streaming graduation. Could everybody turn and wave to that camera so everybody that's watching, hopefully all over the world, has a chance to be part of the program? I would like to thank Mrs. Bruck for her help as a senior class sponsor, as well as Mr. Richling and Mrs. Jenkins as our guidance counselors at Bennington. A special thanks to Casey Zelfel, Jennifer Roberts, Jeremy Edens, Greg Lamberty, and Clint Christensen to help prepare for the ceremony, both inside the facility and at the stadium. Please give these individuals a round of applause. Just a few housekeeping items before we begin. Please refrain from using any type of noisemaker during the ceremony. Please hold your applause until all graduates receive their diplomas. Former Bennington employee Wayne Anderson will be flying a drone above the ceremony to take pictures. Graduates, if you want to put on your shades right now and look up to the drone, I think it's behind me. You can wave to the drone for that picture. Bennington community member Holly Olson will be taking pictures on the field. I will get each one of you a picture for your child receiving his or her diploma this morning, as well as a picture from the drone. If you'd like more candid pictures, I will forward you information so you can buy them from Mrs. Olson at a later time. When it's time for diplomas to be delivered, your graduate or your son or daughter will come to the middle of the field. We will hand them their diploma. They will wave to the home side stadium, the visitor side stadium, and then we'll head back to their seats. At the end of the ceremony, the graduates will leave first out of the bottom entrance here, and then Mr. Lamberty will dismiss the rest of you in the stadium section by section. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we've tried to create an in-person ceremony for the class of 2020. Is anybody tired of getting emails from me yet? I feel a little bit more like a wedding planner than a high school principal the last few weeks. All kidding aside, thank you for your cooperation and your support. It does not go unnoticed. I'm going to be with my people here this morning. All of you sitting here have fulfilled requirements in the classroom to earn a high school diploma. You've also heard me talk to you over the last 4 years about your 3 C's. Get your three C's done. What are you doing for your 3 C's? Everyone in here has completed their 3C in order to graduate from Bennington High School. This morning, I'm going to tell you a story about the 3 P's: patience, perseverance, and persistence. P number 1, patient. You've been robbed of your senior year. You've been asked to be more patient maybe than any class at any time since the Vietnam War. Let that sink in. You've been patient with no prom, no musical, no athletic season, no chance to defend a state championship. You've been patient with isolation, lack of face-to-face instruction, assessments, teachers learning online instructional platforms, and lack of socialization. You've been patient with graduation, transcripts, and scholarship recognition. I thank you for your patience. P number 2, perseverance. Your parents, teachers, and I have asked you to show perseverance these last 15 weeks. When other districts around the country closed school or chose not to teach new material, schools maybe gave out packets of information with no instruction or assessments, we've pressed you for you to continue to learn, to continue to collaborate, to absorb a new system of teaching and learning. 15 weeks ago, very few people in this stadium knew what Screencastify was, or what maybe an Ed puzzle looked like. You've not only had to learn a new platform, but you've asked to continue to demonstrate excellence in the classroom. I thank you for your perseverance. Persistence is my favorite of the 3 Ps. The first 2 Ps have given you an understanding and an appreciation of what persistence looks like. You've persisted when you could have folded. You've persisted in taking AP exams. You've persisted in choosing to work out on your own and stay ready for summer activities and college athletics. You've persisted in preparing for the military. You've persisted in quarantining yourself to attend an academy. You've demonstrated persistence through a stay in the hospital, enduring many surgeries in order to be with us here today. A quote from Calvin Coolidge: "Nothing in this world will take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing in this world is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is filled with uneducated derelicts. Persistence and determination are omnipotent. The slogan 'Press On' has solved and always will solve the problem of the human race. I thank you for your persistence." I'd just like to tell you how much of a privilege it's been to be your principal the past 4 years. I'm proud not only of the accomplishments that you've received in the classroom, on the playing field, on stage, and in the gymnasium, but I'm proud of the mature young men and women that you've all become. Bennington is a special place, and you certainly have represented your school with class. I thank you for that. I hope you enjoy today, and congratulations, Bennington class of 2020. Scholarship recognition. I would like to ask any student receiving a scholarship this spring to please stand and be recognized at this time. Any academic or athletic music scholarship that you've received, please stand and be recognized. Okay, you can sit down. I would ask any student that's entering into the armed forces, please stand and be recognized at this time. I would also like all veterans or anybody that's actively serving in the military, firemen and women, and any first responders to please stand and be recognized if you're in the audience. Police officers as well. This year, over 17,000 of the nation's best and brightest young people applied for admission into the Naval Academy. Of these 17,000 people, less than 1,200 were offered appointments. These 1,200 were scattered across the nation and numerous foreign countries. One of them is Ariana Bryant. By receiving an opportunity to attend the Naval Academy, Ariana will receive a scholarship equivalent of more than $400,000. Ariana is the first student in the history of Bennington schools to receive a scholarship to our military academies. Fortunately, she cannot attend our ceremony as she has compliance orders from the United States Naval Academy, but I know she and her parents are watching via streaming. Ariana, it is with great pride that I congratulate you on your appointment to the Naval Academy. And in the spirit of the naval service, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Congratulations, Ariana. At this time, I would like to invite our Salutatorian, Grace Techner, to the podium.
Dear class of 2020, the past 2 years, I have had the great privilege to be a part of our school's cross-country team. As you might not know a lot about cross-country, I'll let you in on a little secret. Cross-country is hard. If you don't believe me, after this ceremony at around 4 or 5 p.m., when the sun is beating down the hardest, go out and find some uneven ground and run your fastest 3.1 miles without stopping. And I dare you not to throw up. No. But in all honesty, the most challenging thing about cross country isn't necessarily the physical pain. It's a little less obvious than that. You see, many times during a race, you go behind a hill or you enter a forest. And at that specific moment, no one can see you. The spectators are already gathering at the finish line and the coaches are still standing at mile marker 2. No one is even watching you. Your legs are burning, your arms are burning, your chest is burning. Every signal in your body is begging you to stop. For Pete's sake, you just passed a girl a while back who fainted from a heat stroke, and you're wondering how believable it would be if you faked one yourself. You could stop. It would be so easy to stop right where you are, and since no one can see you, no one would know the difference. But you can't stop. If you stop, the girl from Blair behind you is going to run all the way past you and right to the finish line. So you keep going. You just keep going. Right now, I believe that this class of 2020 is like the cross-country runner entering the secluded forest. We have already accomplished so much. We ran our first 2.5 miles every day of high school. We studied hard, we trained hard, and we worked hard to graduate. But look where we are now. We have entered the secluded forest and we are by ourselves. When we go on to college, trade school, the workplace, or the armed forces, we are going to be truly by ourselves. Though our parents may cheer us on at the finish line, they're not going to be with us for every step of the way anymore. It will be our job to self-motivate ourselves, to suck it up, as Coach Olson would say, and to stay accountable. We can't stop running. And though the world seems to be working against us, giving us terrible racing conditions by taking away our spring sports seasons, our prom, our performances, and our final moments of the people we spent every day with for the past 4 years, that being our teammates, our classmates, and our friends, we can't stop running. But here's the good news. I can see the finish line. I don't know when we'll reach it, when the pandemic will end, when life will move on the best it can, but I know the finish line is there, and more importantly, I know how to reach it. All we have to do is run the last 0.6 miles, so guess what? We can't stop running. And I know we won't stop. I know because I have hope in this class. This class is special. And I'm not talking about the kind of special that prompted some of us to hack into the AR system or mess around with electrical outlets. No. We have members of this class that are scholarship recipients, state championship winners, and superior rated performers. We have a Miss Nebraska Outstanding Teen, a FBLA state officer, and we even have a classmate who can't be here today because she is already training to join our country's Navy. I have been with this class since kindergarten, so trust me when I say we can do this. I believe in us, and I know we can persevere. Despite the coronavirus, despite losing the last 2 months of our senior year, despite every setback we have faced along the way and all those we will face in the future, this class of 2020 will keep running, and we will never stop. Thank you.
I would now like to invite our valedictorian to the podium, Connor Utek.
Before I begin today, I'd like to do a quick mic check. Mike Tomjack, are you here? That concludes the mic check. I would like to thank everyone who had a hand in making this day possible. Administration, parents, Board of Educators, and Nebraska government officials. I think it's important that we have an in-person graduation, and I'm glad they went out of their way to make sure we could have that. Besides that, I would definitely like to thank all of our parents for raising such great individuals and our teachers for teaching us the important things in life. I don't mean calculus, Mr. Olson. I mean the important things like please and thank you and becoming good people. So that being said, I'd like to give a quick round of applause for all of them. My fellow graduates, congratulations. After 4 long years, we are finally finished. If we're lucky, we will never have to use Moodle again, or sign into the world's worst Chromebooks, or compare schedules with our friends just to see if they share lunch with us. But likewise, we will never get to do many things again. For some, it is never getting to hear a story from Bennington's greatest storyteller / AP Human Geography teacher. For others, it is never getting to climb the endless sets of stairs to go to one more practice, sometimes before the sun is even up. Whatever that thing is, that is the price we pay as graduates when we say we've finished high school. A big step, but small in comparison to the next one. We stand here on the cusp of adulthood, facing the unknown. In a normal year, this fact alone would be absolutely frightening. This year, we face immense adversity. A pandemic forced our entire world to close. Our fellow citizens are pitted against each other. And above all else, we enter into adulthood with the burdens of the previous generation. I'd like to share a small history lesson. In 1929, the American Stock Exchange collapsed. Millions of Americans were forced into poverty as the nation struggled to find a solution. One man, several years later, would fix that. The man was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and after winning the presidential election, he went on to reform our government for the better, sustaining America to this day on programs established almost a century ago. During the 60s, when once again America seemed bleak, plunged into a never-ending war with Vietnam, the threat of nuclear annihilation looming over everyone's heads, and the assassination of many progressive political figures, we sent men to the moon, proving the impossible was in fact possible and opening up a whole new world of careers for young minds everywhere. Why am I sharing this? At the time of each of these events, the world seemed hopeless. The future seemed bleak, and many feared society would fall. But through these trials and tribulations, individuals sought opportunity. The greatest creations of mankind have come through hardship, at a time when there was no hope for a future, when society would simply cease to exist. Those that weren't afraid to go out, get their hands dirty, and find opportunity hiding among the world, gave the world the gift of knowledge. So class of 2020, as we stand here on the edge of adulthood, facing our own adversity, facing the unknown, I encourage you all to go out and find opportunity, no matter how difficult it may seem. You are all the brightest, most eccentric individuals that I know, and I am confident in each and every one of you to go out and make the world a better place. So go. Forge new horizons. Invent the next sensation. Discover the beauty that exists in the world, all around us and within us. Find your opportunity and succeed. Thank you. Good luck on your way, and go Badgers.
Good morning. My name is Terry Hawk, I'm Superintendent of Schools. Just want to say before I read, those were two outstanding speeches. Mr. Utek, Ms. Techner, tremendous. The hope and well-being of the world is dependent upon the youth, and that demonstrates that we're in good hands. Members of the school board, faculty members, Bennington Public School patrons, and honored guests, I am proud to assure you that the following students have met graduation requirements set forth by board policy and state law. Students, please rise and come forward as I call your name to accept your diploma from board members Darren Seekman and Mark Byers. Sarah Abdel Hawk. Cassidy Marie Adams. McKenna J. Anderson. Caitlin Marie Burke. April Diane Bloom. Nicholas Cole Bowen. Malik Lamont Boyd. Andrew Joseph Breckenridge. Grant C. Brown. Matthew Ray Brown. Ariana Lynn Bryant. Logan W. Burmeister. Catherine E. Burton. Jada Sadie Butler. Josie Taylor Butterfield. Mia Noel Kane. Cameron Elizabeth Carlisle. Sean Patrick Christensen. James Michael Coddington. Lauren Abby Coe. Matthew Lester Coe. Justin Michael Cole. Anthony Richard Comfort. Lauren Ann Conigan. Grady G. Corrigan. Madison Marie Coulter. Alyssa Marie Cernick. Benjamin Nathaniel Davenport. Christopher Allen Deutsch. Hunter Michael Dufik. Dalton Richard Terry Earp. Kyler James Essink. Addison Nicole Farnsworth. Alex David Fellhaber. Aiden P. Flair. Cody Michael Flynn. Alec Formanek. Olivia Nicole Fortin. Sahara R. Freed. Xander A. Gibson. Stephen R. Goss. Ethan Lee Green. Robert Michael Greenwood. Jonathan Thomas Gregory. Claire Kennedy Gross. Justin Ellen Grothendick. Andrew J. Grunke. Annabelle Renee Hall. Brianna Caitlin Hall. Kareem Ann Hamid. Caitlin May Hamry. Tyler Min Hangley. Dylan John Hawk. Mackenzie May Heater. Seth Andrew Hikus. Hunter D. Hermson. Emily Claire Havey. Jordan Jean Hill. Emily Faith Hobbs. Lydia Grace Huber. Caleb James Hunke. Billy Huntley. Robert Hurtado. Jacob Dean Hytrek. Sarah Elizabeth Hytrek. Sydney Elise Jacobs. Grant Verdon Japp. Evan D. Jensen. Catherine Rose Cates. Wyatt Michael Knudsen Smith. Seth Lacey. Marissa A. Loggy. Jacob K. Larson. Elise K. Larson. Natalie Grace Laurent. Anna Marie Law. Sydney LeClaire. McKenna May Lee. Sydney Rosemary Lowe. Michael J. Mancuso. John Patrick Mangold. Riley Morgan Mangold. Carter A. McDonald Stansel. Jaden McQuinn. Caitlin Elizabeth Meyer. Garrett Daniel Menke. Courtney Brooke Mertens. Chase E. Metz. Jace Riley Miller. Lauren Elizabeth Miller. Tessa Moldenhauer. Justin P. Monahan. David Iram Masso. Ella Elise Neary. Julia Neff. Amma Judith Naimadi. August James O'Connor. Keegan P. O'Connor. Wade Nicholas O'Connor. Eric J. Opheim. McKenna Joy Peterson. Isabella Suzanne Hunts. Miley Ann Prime. Jackson D. Prososki. Colby Puck. Jacob Raby. Spencer Nolan Rademacher. Henry Ellen Rao. Alexis Elaine Reese. Jaden Dale Rhino. Aiden Sue Ritter Coe. Melina Rivera. Sophia Louise Ryan. Mary Alexis Salcido. Haley Michelle Saltzman. Samantha Nicole Sample. James D. Settles. Hunter G. Shanks. Colton Nicholas Smith. Trevor Paul Spica. Kian Scott Swinney. Grace Carolyn Techner. Kelsey Nicole Thurkelson. Clayton James Thomas. Tiana Deanne Thomas. Claire Elizabeth Thompson. Daniel J. Thompson. Hannah Elizabeth Tilton. Brett Stephen Tomjack. Eric Joseph Tomjack. Nathan Ray Unger. Connor Lee Utek. Matthew J. Velasic. Joshua David Wegeman. Rylan Scott Wallingford. Joseph R. Warnicki. Michael A. Webb. Tyler Jason Wiedemann. Carson Woodward. Whitney Joe Wollenweber. Amber Mary Marie Zock. One last one, an heir. Nicholas J. Kindle. Talk about perseverance. Would the graduates of 2020 please rise? Graduates, you may please remove your tassel at this point in time. Please face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated class of 2020.
Graduates, you may toss your caps if you'd like. Congratulations. Mr. Rishling will now lead the graduates out of the stadium to the recessional, to the senior song, 5 More Minutes.
Eight years old, couple cane poles sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. Y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16, it was 12:03, standing at her front door. And Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit and give myself 5 more minutes. 18, turned my helmet in, walked to the 50-yard line. Just the coach and me after we lost 8-10-9. And I cried, man, next time to get in here, I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time goes by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit and give myself 5 more minutes. In 86, my grandpa said there's angels in the room. All the family gathered round, knew the time was coming soon. With so much left to say, I prayed, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit. Yeah, sometimes this old life will leave you wishing that you had 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Families with the last name R through Z, you may begin to make your way out of the facility following the final graduate out the southwest double gate. Thank you.